Hi everyone and welcome to the channel, Za Mods. This is Za. So the first thing you're probably wondering is who is Za? A lot of you probably know me from some other names. Hippie Hop is one of them. Well, Za is just came from the name I use when you play like an old style video game and you get the high score and starts off A. I just hit it once, Z, hit OK, Za. Well, that's where it came from. So when I went to start a YouTube channel, well, even before that, I was just trying to do the mods. I decided to use that as my name, Za Mods. So Za Mods, well, I was planning on making mods for Fallout. I always wanted to try to, add on to the adventure. You can do anything with this game with the creation kit. And what happened was, as I started to learn about mods, I realized it's pretty complicated. It's not that hard to figure it out, but it's just a lot of work. And in learning out mods, I started to watch mod videos, and those videos were just amazing. Some of the production on these videos, and that led me into the Let's Play area and role playing specifically of Skyrim and Fallout. So I realized, wow, this is a lot easier and quicker way to tell stories with these games and to, sort of chronicle your adventures. And now I always wanted to make movies or TV shows or whatever, but not exactly sure how to break into that. I'm not like necessarily the type to write a script, which is basically the easiest thing you can do when you're alone. Then I saw all these amazingly produced videos based in Fallout, my favorite game, and Skyrim, one of my other favorite games. And you can like detach the camera from your character, and you can do all sorts of things. And also with the mods, you can basically add anything you want to these games too. So you can make a whole set, different characters that aren't even in the game, and use this game engine as like basically it's as a movie studio, and it's being rendered in real time. It's called machinima. Now some people do it just the machinima and make these entire movies based in this. Others will record their gameplay, and you can throw a character on top of it and do your own voice. And those are the types of things that I'm really interested in. So yeah, I've actually been working on this channel for a year now. I have a lot of videos made. I've just been trying stuff out, and finally decided that it was time to start putting them up. So we have 2 series going on right now. The first of which is Fallout 4 series called The Ghost Chef. Now, what this is a fully voiced character I'm playing. I don't do any narration in my own voice. I'm just this guy, and I'm talking trash. I'm kind of like a wise guy who, if you know the story of the regular Fallout game, you were frozen in time from the past, which is still like our future. I think it's 2050 or I don't know when. Anyway, there's been this war. All the Fallout games, there's been a war with China, which occurred kind of before our time. So, the world ended up stuck in this 50s mentality, even like 100 years later. So there's a whole war with China. Then these bombs start going off. Bada bing, there's an apocalypse. So, the Fallout games take place much later after that apocalypse. But that's the basic background story. So usually you're, someone who's grown up in the vault in that world. But now on this Fallout 4, what they've done, your backstory is that you were in the past, the present, when the bombs went off, and you were sealed in a vault, and they cryogenically tricked you somehow into being frozen, and you wake up. So there's a whole story that you're kind of railroaded into in the game Fallout, where you're trying to find your lost son or whatever. And the thing that they changed in Fallout from the previous Fallouts is they gave this guy his own voice. So normally you just read the text on the screen of your character, but in this one, he's talking. And, people didn't really like that because they like to kind of play their own type of character. Well, with the power of mods, some people decided to basically erase all the dialogue for the character. So you don't say anything, so you can play in your own head, which gives someone like me an amazing opportunity now to voice this character. Of course, I could have just gone back and played New Vegas or Fallout 3, but the other thing that's great about Fallout 4 is there's this settlement system. So in the game, you're kind of forced to build these settlements. Some people like it, some people don't. And none of us really like the way they implemented it as far as forcing you to do it. But this offers you these amazing role-playing opportunities also, where you can build whatever kind of fort you want. And honestly, if you're making a video, you could just film the whole thing in the places you made. You don't even ever have to play the regular game. So it's pretty amazing, from a set design perspective, what the tool they've given you. You don't have to go into the creation kit, which you can also build whatever you want and even more of whatever you want, even deeper into it. And you can program NPCs in that to do anything in the game. But that's a lot clunkier and harder to just build a building. It's not that well done in the game either, but it is a lot easier than in the creation kit. So I played this game originally on the PS4, and that was I didn't have mods. I just played with the settlement building, and I came up with this character. Now, I actually did a very similar character to the Ghost Chef, except he didn't have a voice. He just had the voice that was in the game because I couldn't get rid of it. Plus, I'm not sitting there talking to myself when I play this game. It's only for you guys. At any rate, I actually did the same path that this character took, and I was seeing him more as like a, Central American gangster, like Tony Montana type of gangster. And then you have the Brotherhood of Steel in this game, and so I saw it as kind of like Iran-Contra thing where he's going to be trading drugs for the weapons that they have. It's really, really easy to add that type of storyline onto the game. Because you're rewarded for making chems. There's chem benches, and you can buy entire shipments of the supplies for these chems. And so it was really easy to become a, drug lord type of character in this game. So anyway, when I went to start doing videos, I immediately thought of this character, and I wanted to recreate this character. I had built a PC and moved on from, the PlayStation, and I wanted to play this type of character anyway, using mods, because it adds so many things. So I still wanted to do this thing because I have a lot of great settlements that I built that I kind of wanted to do like a better job of. So I was doing this anyway, and then the synergy was perfect for filming this character. And then I started watching some of these other YouTubers who do voice characters, and so, I don't know, it just sort of hit me, so I started doing this voice. And here it is, the Ghost Chef. So I'm finally putting this out. I actually have about 24 episodes already in the can. And if you noticed, I decided as an April Fool's joke to start with the season finale. I had this idea previously just because my production is a little better now, and I wanted to do something with a lot of action, so I did a double-sized episode. So after that, I started back at episode 1. So if you're just watching for the first time, you can watch 25 first if you want, or you can just start with 1. 25 is just standalone. There's a lot of action in it, and a few references here and there, but not all that much as far as his particular story. That you need to know, except he's a wise guy. That's it. So, the current plan with that series is to put out the entire first season of 24 episodes, plus the one that's already out, during the month of April. So that's going to be done. All of those episodes are done. I'm just mastering them now and working on the audio. So that's the other aspect I want to talk about today. The audio. In these episodes, I had this mic that you plug the USB directly into the computer, which was fine. My voice sounded good. It was just a little quiet. So I boosted a lot in post-processing, so it is a little over-processed. But recently, I have gotten one of these Focusrite boxes, which just improved my voice tremendously. I don't know. You're listening to it now through this. To me, it sounds great. It sounds exactly like I want, and I'm in a noisy city apartment on the ground floor, so you don't hear that much background noise here with my mic, and you can pretty much hear it clearly. And I do just a little bit of EQ and mastering in post. So the only ups out now are episode 25. I do have my new setup. Everything up to that, except maybe like 24, I don't think I'm finished yet, but basically everything up to that is the old system, and I did my best in boosting the audio, and might even be too loud. I just wanted to be able to hear my voice over the game sounds instead of underneath it. That was my only real goal, and I think I did it. And it took a while. I mean, I'm still working on perfecting it. But I have all the episodes mastered for this week. So those are going to be ready to go every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm putting out 2 episodes a day this time. So we're going to rush through this season since it's already done. As far as season 2 goes, I'm going to try to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule in the month of May. If I can get a backlog of videos, I'm going to keep with 2 a day. If I don't, it's going to be 1 a day. I haven't done season 2 yet, and I haven't even played this game in a while, except I did play for 1 day to make episode 25. So this week has just been spent organizing and, uploading and figuring out mastering and just getting a workflow. And I think I did a great job of keeping a regular schedule, which is going to be great for this series because I haven't gotten too far into this game. I mean, I keep thinking of the things I want to do, and there's going to be 100 episodes easily of this series, and hopefully coming out by the end of the summer, that many. I'm not trying to flood the internet with these. As you can see, I'm only doing 15 to 20 minute episodes. A lot of the guys I watch are an hour or even more. And I love it. I personally love it. I'm not going to make videos like that. I mean, maybe one day I'll do a character and just do it like that, where I don't edit and don't, just do it live while I'm recording. But for right now, I'm doing heavily edited videos with overdub afterwards that are, for this series, 15 to 20 minutes long. And then you had the double episode at the end. Now, I like videos like this. I'm trying to make it a little more like a movie and not trying to make it, I'm not trying to do, like I said, machinima, where it's purely like that. It's not even about the action for me. I'll just, as you can see, if you open a door, I'll cut out walking across the room to talk to the guy you're talking to. They don't show that in a regular movie. So to me, I just want it to be quicker like that. And when you watch it, you're not really even aware of it, hopefully. So that's my goal with the way that I'm presenting these videos. So let's move on to the other series, because that one is also done the same way. And with that one, I'm actually experimenting on different techniques and seeing what works and what doesn't. And that series is called Ora, the Ancient Nord, and it's done in the game Skyrim. Now, there's a channel, Character Crusade, which is a Couch Warrior TV channel. Now, on this guy's Discord, he inspires all of his followers to role play this series and to get into your character. And they do a podcast over there for years and years where they just give you different ideas on ways to do different characters. So they had a challenge. There's a mod called Skyrim Unbound where you can just do a completely random start, put your character in different situations and gives them different equipment and different attributes. And you can choose different ways to configure it, or you can just do random. So for this project, it's random. But we did get to choose our race, which I did and others did with rolling a dice. And you got to choose the look of your character yourself. And I just picked a preset. So with all that, I ended up with Ora, who is an ancient Nord, she's really old. And I never played an old person before like that. So I started coming up with some ideas about why she has no skills and she's that old. And anyway, so it turns out she was some type of magic user who, for whatever reason, had her mind wiped and her powers taken away. And she's on a quest to find what happened to her and recover magic and learn and, just do the normal Skyrim story too. Now, I don't mean the normal Skyrim story. I just mean encounter whatever she encounters. So that's the way these role plays work with this channel and a lot of his fans and followers. You know, you limit what you're doing in the game to have a more specific character. So I love doing that. That's kind of how I play anyway. And I actually have a ton of Skyrim characters that are done, some of which I might make videos of, some of which I have filmed and not edited, and some of which I'm just playing for fun and testing things out. So I do have a bunch of those in the can too. But for now, Ora is the one I'm releasing, and I'm doing those in quick 10-minute bursts because other people are just writing their diaries and doing screenshots, so I don't want to overwhelm anyone with like hour-long videos. Now, Couch Worry, he does that, but he's the boss or whatever. So we all want to watch more of his videos, so that's great. I'm trying to keep them short so that everyone can just get a glimpse of what my character's about. Now, there might end up being 100 10-minute videos, so I say short, but when I'm talking about short, it's like I'll compress an entire quest into 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to do a lot of quests, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over what I did. Trying to keep it brief. And I think I've done a pretty good job so far with that aspect of it's kind of a report or an update. Now, I did actually start out that character being voiced, and it was like Ora the Ancient Nord. And I think I'm uploading those videos at some point shortly just as a, bonus. But I wasn't thrilled with doing it that way. It makes it a lot harder actually to like process the action and talk about it live as I'm doing. I mean, not that I'm doing it live when I'm playing, but I am doing almost all these videos in just one take. So it's still improvisational. So I was struggling with that, but mostly I also had problems with my mic. There's a lot of hiss on those videos. I was in the process of fixing this audio setup. And once I got this box, I just decided to do it with my voice so I could explain more about why I was doing what I was doing. And I think it works. And I do want to do voiced characters in Skyrim. It's a little harder for me to come up with a character, but I do have a bunch in the can. Now, one series I've also done 20 episodes of a different Skyrim series, which I will put out eventually too. That was kind of my training wheels, and I think it's great, and I'm going to put that out, in a month or two, once I'm through a bunch of newer videos. And I'm going to do a season 2 of that, which is going to be the Civil War. And I'm excited about that. That's when I'm going to get back into playing that character who I haven't even played in a while. I also have a Skyrim character who is an orc who I filmed the entire series of. And that has a great plot line. And I basically wanted to kind of cut my teeth on Ora and edit and learn how to simplify the information I present and make it more dramatic before I went into this orc. Because I want that to be really tight video. So that'll be coming out probably by summer though, once I figure out how to do it. The other thing that's holding me up on that video is I want to do the music myself for that video. With Ora, I just left the soundtrack music on, which I never do, but it's just I'm just having fun with that and not going to monetize that, so I didn't care about that aspect. Not that I'm monetizing videos with this many views, but hopefully someday, but I won't monetize those because those are more just for sort of, like it's part of this larger project with these other people, basically. But hopefully they're videos that stand alone. Now, the thing I try to do, I know a lot of my friends and everything are watching this who might not play games that much. I do try to explain, like, the mechanics of the game and why things are happening. So hopefully that fills you in and all that. Anyway, this is getting a little long. I still don't even know what video I'm putting over this. Probably just going to, do something interesting. I just want to get out there why this channel exists and what my purpose is. And, a bunch of people have been watching my videos and I've been up for a week and I haven't really done anything like this. So there will be updates in the future that are probably a lot more polished and going to do some promos this week too. And I just want to get the ball rolling, and I want to thank everyone for watching. And tell your friends, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, comment, or just watch. I appreciate all of it. Thank you.